Hey, hello and hi. Today we're doing something a little different. This isn't a wish list. Exactly, I already made one of those, and in hindsight, it was about 70% copium and 30% maybe Blizzard actually does this. This one now is a prediction video, alright? No hopium, no wishful thinking, just me confidently explaining Blizzard's future plans despite having exactly zero insider information. That's what the internet is for. I'm Amy and welcome to my channel where I mostly talk about games, and by mostly I mean almost exclusively. And if you're new here, welcome. If you've been around for a while, welcome back. It's good to have you here. The whole point of this video is simple. I want to come back to it maybe a year from now and see how many predictions I nailed or how spectacularly I embarrassed myself. It's basically one of those messages in a bottle type of thing, when people throw it into the ocean and rig it years later. Actually, that's not how those work, is it? I don't know. I never leave the house. Anyway, let's establish one thing first, because this prediction influences pretty much everything else on the list. Blizzard is playing it safe, okay? Season of Discovery already did the risky stuff that was the lad experiment, like what if humans stink? What if mages heal? What if we could completely confuse everyone for a few moves? Some ideas worked, some exploded, mission accomplished. Then players ran the Classic Plus 30 and basically did Blizzard's job for them. So now they know, I hope. Well, Classic Plus isn't becoming WoW 2.0, and it definitely isn't with Tail wearing a fake mustache but pretending to be vanilla. It's still Classic. You still wake up in Northshire if you're human, you still suffer through the Baharians if you're an orc. The difference is Azeroth finally gets finished. New quests, new zones, new dungeons, new stories. The game gets bigger without forgetting what made people love it in the first place. That's the roadmap. And now I'm gonna tell you exactly what's on it with the confidence of someone who's absolutely making half of this up. Well, cool. Then let's get to the actual predictions. This is the part where I comfortably explain Blizzard's entire roadmap. By the time Classic Plus is out, I'll either look like a prophet or delete this video. Win-win. Let's go. Level cap. Level 60. End of discussion. Season of Discovery's level caps were fun, but that was a seasonal experiment. Classic Plus is permanent. Evergreen. You're building your home here, not renting one for a year. Endgame. The plus doesn't necessarily start at endgame, but the juicy part is mostly there. New endgame zones on both continents, new places to farm, quests and gear up. Most of it will reuse old assets, true, and so what? Leftover pizza, it's still pizza. If Blizzard recycles something into good content, nobody cares. Raids and dungeons. Both old and new. Classic raids get revamped because it's efficient, and at least one brand new raid launches with Classic Plus. Maybe Caras and Crypts, maybe something completely different, but it will mostly be stuff very similar to what already exists in some expansion. Reusing assets, as I said. Dungeons get even more attention, they're faster to build, easier to balance, and perfect for experimenting new mechanics, bosses, and layouts. We'll have that on day one. World bosses. Guaranteed. Just less roaming circles for 6 hours and more holy crap, that thing just killed half the group. Classes. Class balancing is inevitable. Some specs need buffs, some need a complete intervention. Blizz will surely fumble it a bit, totally unbalancing everything again in some random way, but it will be fun still. New specs? Absolutely. Forgotten specs get redesigned so people stop healing, "Cool, but can you heal?" New classers? No. stop asking for Artificer, Necromancer, Bard, or whatever Reddit invented this week. I also think it would be cool, yeah, but they won't do it right now. If a new class appears, it's something Blizzard already made years ago. Death Knight is the obvious pick. That if Classic Plus turns out profitable, and if they decide it's worthy of an expansion, or a major patch with never seen before stuff that we've totally seen before. New races? Also no. No Olders, no Tuskar, no Murlocs. You can stop inhaling copium now. They'll fall under the same umbrella as new classes. And Classic Blizz will need to make Blizz some serious money before they can even consider this. And if they add new classes, it'll probably be some reused one. My money's on Draenei for Alliance and Blood Elves for Horde. Duh, new stuff, yeah. They will never add a totally new class for Classic because it means re-rigging stuff, fitting armor to a new model. That's a lot of work. New races only in a new expansion, if we get one. Professions and crafting. Massive profession overhaul. More materials, more recipes, and crafted gear that actually stays relevant instead of becoming vendor trash 5 levels later. The engineering won't have to carry the entire profession system anymore. Questing. There's ones free. More quests, more class quests, longer quest chains, hidden stories. Classic's questing is its biggest strength, so Blizzard doubles down on it. Quest hubs and new zones. Ajara finally gets the attention it deserved 20 years ago. Same goes for some unfinished corner of Azeroth, and yes, there are brand new zones. That's not even a prediction. That's the bare minimum. If Classic Plus launched without new zones, then congratulations, you've made Classic with a patch. Expanded areas include Mug Hyjal, Grimbatol, Curse and Crypts, Grotfalas, and all those mysterious black holes on the map that have been taunting us since 2004, they're opening. It's finally happening. Grotfalas and Karazhan just after major patches, but they'll be there. Blizzard has edged this community with Hyjal for over 20 years. The joke's over. Okay, what's next here? Let me check, let me see. No. Oh yeah, right. World events. World events are happening. The first version is gonna be janky. Everyone's gonna optimize the fun out of it in 3 days. Blizzard will promise improvements and then eventually become pretty decent. The cycle continues though. PvP barely changes. Battlegrounds get a few additions, maybe some lower level brackets, but don't expect perfect bounds. Getting deleted by a rogue you never saw coming is part of the authentic class experience. Arenas? Nope. Rated PvP? Also nope. Maybe later. Launch isn't about sweaty 2v2 spreadsheets. Guilds, housing, and collections. Guilds get a bunch of quality of life improvements borrowed from later expansions. It will work similar to how it does in Cataclysm. I never played Cataclysm, so I don't know how it is. I'm just telling you it's gonna be like Cataclysm. Housing? Haha, absolutely not. Collections and achievements make it in, Transmod doesn't. Classic is supposed to look ridiculous. If your best in-slot outfit doesn't look like you lost a bet, something's wrong. Jewels Pack and Group Finder. Jewels Pack is in. Blizzard isn't crazy enough to make everyone keep paying 50 gold every time they feel like healing a dungeon, right? Right? I mean, they can be greedy pigs sometimes, but Jewels Pack was such a pit rent, they'd be shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't keep it. So, it will remain in. Dungeon Finder comes back, image TBC style version. You still travel, you still use summoning stones, you still have back one guy saying on my way while he's fishing in Stranglethorn. Raid Finder, Not even in your dreams. That sucks. That's out. Flying, talent, and progression. Flying mounts are never happening in Classic. The second everyone takes off, Azeroth shrinks by about 80%. Talent trees get expanded, ward buffs stick around in some form, and new tier sets arrive over time. Progression stays vertical, bigger numbers go brr. That's just wild, my dudes. Servers, add-ons, and bots. Layering scarce, unfortunately, meta servers stay, people complain, people keep playing on meta servers anyway. Add-ons get restricted and honestly good. Some of them have been playing the game for people for years. That said, I better learn how to play this game without crusty. But still everywhere. Blizzard bans 10,000, 20,000 more appear, Hydra mechanics. Monetization, UI, and story. No WoW token, no graphics toggle, sadly. Did you see that Tomb Raider reboot where you can press a simple button anytime and the game toggles instantaneously between classic and revamped graphics? That's so sick, right? Yeah, we're not getting that. The UI gets some nice quality of life updates, nothing revolutionary. It'll be the same as TBC Classic, where you can resize some stuff, move frames, things like that. Nothing crazy. I welcome change if you ask me. The story mixes lost chapters with brand new ones, but Blizzard plays it safe, as I said. No cosmic nonsense, no champion of 7 timelines. Just let me be a random idiot collecting bear livers or something. Retail DNA and the future. Retail features stay on a very short leash. A little quality of life, dual spec, dungeon finders, and that's about it. Classic players hear the word retail the same way vampires react to Cellite. Overall stuff, updates come in stages, and Classic Plus becomes Blizzard's new avid ring project. Not with traditional expansions, Azeroth itself becomes the expansion. The same world, more zones, more raids, more stories, more reasons to keep loading in. Classic Plus isn't a remake. It's Blizzard finally finishing the game they shipped 20 years ago, with some added spice and content. So those are my predictions. Some of these I'm pretty confident about, others I basically rolled the dice and put on my best "trust me bro" face and called it analysis. That's prediction figures for you guys. I genuinely hope I got most of these right, not just for the bragging rights, although let's be honest, those would be nice. Are those my favorite things ever? Nope. Is that the exact ideal way Classic Plus would be for me? Absolutely not, but that's what I think they'll do. I'm definitely coming back for this video in a few months, maybe a year, just to see how badly these aged. Hopefully like fine wine, probably like milk. Bruh. If I ended up being completely wrong, feel free to roast me in the comments. Just be original. Don't hit me with a single L. I believe in you. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Or don't, I'm not your mom. Do what you want. Either way, thanks for watching. Seriously, whether you've been here for years or if this is your first video, it really means a lot that you hung out with me for a bit. Alright, let's see what Blizzard cooks, right? I'm Annie, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Bye!